What's up, guys? Welcome to my movie review for Dead Man Walking. So, I wanted to talk about why this was a good movie and whatever, and what I thought was interesting. So, to start off, this is a basic prison story about a prisoner by the name of Matthew Poncelet being put on death row in this um, Helen Prejean, played by Susan Sarandon, is the nun who's helping save the soul of this guy, Matthew Poncelet, because he killed like two teenage girls or something, and which upset. Uh, I mean, the guy Ronald Lee Ermey played Clyde Percy in this, and he was all mad because of the fact the nun was trying to save the soul of this nasty dude who was put on death row, even though it was her job to help his sins or whatever from God. I don't know. They just really didn't like that. But honestly, it wasn't really their business to determine what happens. She just did what she had to. But then again, Matthew Poncelet was kind of mean to her at first too, until he understood. And the thing is that, given how disgusting Matthew was in the movie, Matthew Poncelet, played by Sean Penn, it was interesting in a way. The story was interesting because of the fact that they ended up having a relationship, like a good relationship to help bond, make his souls good or whatever. I mean, I don't think a guy like that should have gone to heaven, considering he was bad, but I guess it was also so that his souls wouldn't end up bad either. I guess the nun was trying to protect him from that. But he's a very artificial character with a unique look. And I honestly, Matthew Poncelet did a lot of. Not only did he do what he did, but the other thing is that he was, he caused this entire thing to happen. So I'm pretty mad at him for it, considering he caused every piece of shit to happen in this story. Yeah. He also had two brothers or something that were his parents and his brothers were looking out for him or whatever as soon as he was being executed, because towards the end he basically gets executed while everyone's watching it. But the thing about how Helen Prejean was, given the fact that she was a nun saving souls, so I was just explaining the main part of the story, but to follow up to that, shortly into the movie, we see a big forest, and we see some kids doing jump rope or something, but Helen goes into the prison or whatever, and then later on she's driving, and this is around the beginning, but 15 minutes into the beginning, she drives really fast and gets caught by a police officer, state trooper, played by Clancy Brown, And he's like, oh, I gave a ticket to a guy from the IRS one time, and he got revenge. And therefore he's like, you know what? I ain't gave a ticket to no numb before, so I'm gonna let this slide. Because he didn't want a bad message from God. And honestly, that's the last thing anyone would want, is a bad message from God. So it's like, yep, keep that on the down low. This is just a really simple story, really. Basically just a partnership story. And like just a partnership and connection story about a prisoner on death row and whatnot. It's definitely I'd say it's a really good story. Like, a lot of people really liked it, and basically I would call this like a drama type of story, given the fact that it had a lot of drama and the fact that Sean Penn looked more unique than ever in this. And everyone's, I mean, it's like a very very controversial or common topic, but yet everybody has something kind of unique about them. And oh yeah, I had also forgotten about Robert Prosky, who was an old guy. The old guy, he was I don't know, he was watching Matthew Poncelet, and he seemed relatively fine with the fact that the nun was saving souls or whatever. I mean, yeah, he definitely seemed a lot more friendly than Ronald Lee Ermey was. So, yeah, Sister Helen Perjean partners with Robert Prosky's character, who's a lawyer or whatever, and they bond and save souls together, save the soul together, versus Ronald Lee Ermey, like, he just didn't believe in what she was doing, so that's why he got all mad and was like, oh, you can't help him and be our friend too. It doesn't work like that. That's a contradiction. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but that's just harsh, man. Like, he's not entitled to think that. She just, poor old nun was just doing her job, and she was getting all these negative comments drawn towards her. Like, Matthew Poncelet, like, he's nasty, don't get me wrong, but it's just, you know, negative comments towards a nun is bad. That's exactly why Clancy Brown didn't give her the speeding ticket earlier on, is because he didn't want a bad message from God. And Mr. Percy, well, he didn't care about a bad message from God. He was just wanting to see him get executed. He wanted the revenge inflicted on it, Matthew. So, yeah. But this is a good story. I'd give it 8.5 out of 10. It's pretty good. Definitely would recommend it. But if you enjoyed this review or whatever, just subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like to see me review anything or whatever video you'd like. And have a good day and peace.